Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. Today we are going to take a look at the Crusader Intrepid, which is, I suppose, Crusader's entry into the starter ship lineup. Bit of a strange shape, definitely not everyone's cup of tea. I don't mind it too much. It's not my favourite shape we have seen for a ship. The asymmetry kind of gets difficult when you get this small, but I'm not opposed to it. I think it is quite interesting, and the good thing about these sorts of ships and having all the different varieties of starter ship is that there's something for everybody. But yeah, this is as I say, the entry ship or a starter ship, more of a tier 2 starter ship. They're, you know, not like think along the lines of your Avenger, Titan, the Nomad, rather than Aurora or Mustang. It's kind of like a step up from the very entry-level ships. As I say, a very unique design. The exterior shape is very Crusader. There's no denying it. But, yeah, I don't know if the asymmetry at this level is just, at this size, just makes it look a bit strange, but I'm quite liking it. Anyway, now we don't have the official stats on the ship until we get the full list. Oh, here's a fuel port. I actually didn't notice that. That's for when you have it in the hangar or on a ship. You can fuel it that way. Sounds like something's moving inside, strangely. But we can sort of see there's, I think, a single blast chill cooler, a single size 1 light blossom power plant. Whoa, a single size 1 hex shield, much like the other entry-level ships. But what is unique about this ship is that it actually has a size 3, a single size 3 weapon, which is gimbaled. It's the Kronig FL-33. But in comparison to other starter ships, they usually have 2 size 1 weapons or maybe 2 size 2s. So it'll be interesting to see just how this ship handles itself versus the others, with a single larger weapon that has a bit more hitting power than even a couple of size 1s, really. It does also have 2 missile racks with Marksman 1 missiles. Not sure where they're located. They may deploy. One should toggle into it. I haven't actually checked that much yet. But anyway, what I really love about this ship, especially with it being a starter ship, is its interior. Now that is where it truly, truly shines. It's got a nice entryway, which doesn't stick out too far. It's about the distance of the wing, so if you are coming to land, it's not like it's requiring a lot more room. But yeah, you come into this sort of area. Let's just close this door off first. You come into this foyer, I suppose, where on the left you have access to the bridge, on the right you've got the living quarters, and then you have, I suppose, engineering. Which we'll go into the cockpit first. There's nothing much to see here. There is a fire hydrant there. I think it might be the only one on the ship. I'll double check that as we walk around, which I feel like even for a small ship like this, there should at least be 2. There should really be 1, always located on the bridge or the cockpit of every ship, because if the fire actually starts like here in the doorway, you're going to be screwed. You can't get out unless you eject, which it does have an ejector seat, by the way. But yeah, I feel like even if it was there, it would be better. But let's just close that up. We don't want any unwanted visitors. So this is the cockpit. Let's just sit in the pilot seat. We will take it for a little spin in a minute. But as you can see, you've got the dashboard. You've got a yoke, which is nice. I'm looking forward to seeing Virpil's new yoke lineup. Which will complement space games. You've got a few buttons around here as well, and they're all, you know, labeled for the ones that are ready. They're all functional. You don't reach out and actually touch anything yet. Oh, that will happen. Could turn it off again. Nope, it's not letting me.
Engines off.
A couple of buttons there. You've got your MFDs, which are nice. But yeah, all in all, as always with Crusader, a great field of vision. Very unrestricted, even towards the rear. That's very handy, that. But let's take a look around the interior a bit more. So, we have a few bits on the wall. I don't think any of it is functional, or even likely intended to be functional at this time. They look like they should be, but they're not. You've got a few components with the radar, the avionics, the gravity generator. You have this, which is on an angle. This is the relay, which is supposed to be... I'm not going to take it out because it'll unpower the ship. But that's supposed to be vertical, not horizontal, as it is there. You've got two of those, so you can have a spare one in, potentially. And then you have life support here as well. This is generally what we see on the bridge. Access to, I suppose, the more serious components. That's not really true. They're not the most serious, but ones that you should have access to quickly. But coming through into the foyer, we turn left here. I love this living quarters. And here you have a bed with a lot of storage, lockers, shelves, weapon racks, a table and a fridge and a kitchen unit, and then your toilet here right in front. Toilet shower combi, which is the future, I'm telling you. I won't be surprised if we see that come around in real life. Oh, there's also... I'm kind of like a weird, not default character, but not my usual character. That's not quite right. I think they've fixed the one that's on the Polaris, but this is cool that we're actually seeing essentially a mirror. I don't know how they're doing it. I guess it's picture-in-picture, but they've managed to keep performance good, because I know rendering a scene twice with picture-in-picture can be very heavy. But yeah, it's kind of cool that they do that. I do like having these mirrors now. Even though it doesn't... If TOBII's watching, it doesn't like do anything with head tracking, even though your actual physical head is turning. Where is my head? So your physical head does turn when you're using TOBII, but yeah, he doesn't on there. So here we have some overhead storage with currently 1,500 micro SEU units. Or is it 15,000? I can't remember. Nothing down below. You've got a screen there which will eventually be functional. And you have your bed with here as well. You've got the lighting state options where you can turn them on and off. Which doesn't seem to be functioning. Interesting. It will. One of these days. Here you have a suit locker for putting whatever suit you want, which, you know, 4.0 onwards, hopefully with 4.0, we're going to get a lot of more use cases for the suits. More specialized suits. You've got weapons here for small arms, heavy arms, and then here is a really nice shelving area where I've actually placed a box. So it works. You can place things here, display them here. Really like that, and the color scheme for it is nice as well, black and red. But then over here, let's just close that up. You have a nice little seating area for two, for three if you're going to squeeze, with a place to put your food and drink. You can also put some trophies and things you find on there. This is going to be more of a food prep area. Oh, I've just noticed there's an espresso machine. Finally, coffee machines. I'm joking, they're not functional. But yeah, you've got, like, this is generally where you're going to go to make food when we have that option in game. You've got a fridge to store stuff in. It works. I don't know if it cools things, but it certainly opens and closes. And then, so that's your sort of living quarters. Further around to the left, or at the end of this foyer, you've got the engineering area, which I am really liking. So here is the rest of the components. You've got everything else in there, barring the battery, because we don't have that component physically yet. Here you have your engineering terminal, which is coming soon, but not 4.0 soon. A few more, I suppose, rule of cool visual panels. I don't think they're going to be anything functional. And then this is what I really, really like. So you've got this door that opens up into the cargo bay, which looks like it holds 8 SEU, so 4 this side, 4 standard cargo units this side, and then it's repeated on this side. So you have 2 separate cargo bays, which I'm sure there is something useful about that, especially if you have maybe pressurized, you know, containing something that needs to be pressurized or temperature controlled, and then you don't need to do the rest temperature controlled. But you can also open the cargo bay down on a ramp like this. So easy, very easy cargo storage there, which allows you to access it from the outside, throwing it in, very much like this design. It is ingenious, and you've got your panels here to open them individually as well. Kind of worrying about people smuggling themselves on board, but that's probably... Oh no, that's for this. Okay. And then you can close it off again. Now, what's really cool about this is how you can... If you've got, like, personal storage stuff, like a box of gear that you want to keep, you can always put it here or here, you know, and access it as and when you need without needing to store it inside your ship. So a very unique design there that we have not seen in another ship before. And what's also nice is that you can kind of, if you're loading something and you don't want to vent the ship because you're opening that and you're in a place without atmosphere, you can keep this shut, lower it down, load it up without it venting everything from the back here. So very nicely thought about there. Anyway, shall we take it for a spin? Right, so engines on, shields on. Let's see how she flies.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
So we are currently in SEM mode here.
Alert. Front crash close.
And we are 180, 178 kilometers an hour, and we're turning all right. The vector is remaining on course while we're yawing. Of course, we can perform tighter turns by just rolling a little bit. There is that size 3 cannon. But let's just toggle it into, what's it called? Hang on, let's just keep rolling. Let's roll. So full roll, full pitch. Not too bad. For a starter ship, feels quite nimble. Let's just boost and see what speed we can get it to at 1500 meters. Bit of camera shake going on. I might have to turn that down, but we're at 322, which isn't bad, and it sounds nice when you boost there. Let's try boosting with in nav mode with our top speed. I didn't actually check what speed we were going then. I suppose top speed is actually going to be the same by the looks of things due to being an atmosphere. What we'll do, we'll take it out into space. See what it's like out there. All in all, very happy with the ship. Think it's a real nice addition to the starter lineup, and from Crusader at that, I think a lot of people are going to enjoy the fact that it's a Crusader ship. They may not like the fact that it looks like it does. I personally think it looks nice, but I understand why people won't like it. It's not for everybody, and nor should it be. The point is, we have that much choice and range in style of ship that giving more choice is not a bad thing at all. But there you have it. That is the Crusader Intrepid. I'm expecting it to be about the same price as, I suppose, the Avenger Titan. Hopefully more like the Cutter. It's not going to be expensive, but it is a tier 2 starter ship, so I can see it being just a little bit big. I would say about 60 quid would be about reasonable, personally, for what you get. But do let me know your thoughts on it. Also, do subscribe if you enjoy my content and help the channel to grow. And come and hang out over at twitch.tv/SuperMacBrother. We will be live. Oh, I don't know, actually. I'm recording this for a different day, so that won't make sense. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 2 and 6 p.m. GMT. You are more than welcome to come and join us. We will hopefully be playing some 4.0 soon, as it's on the cusp of hitting Wave 1. It might even be Wave 1 by now, as they were aiming for that to be today, being... What day are we on? Friday. Okay. Yeah, hopefully Wave 1 for the weekend. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. It does the channel a big favour. We've got plenty of other ships to look at, like the Starlancer, the Polaris, the Medipen, Terrapin Medivac, and then anything else that comes along as well. I am trying to keep up with the content that's coming out. There is just so much of it. But yeah, tick the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when my videos go live. A huge thank you to my patrons and channel members. Thank you so much for the support. Cannot do it without you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.